Welcome to this very first module. In this very first module, we're going to create something that will stay with you through your entire journey, your why statement. By the end of this module, you'll have a clear, empowering why that anchors you into self-love, clarity, and confidence. Whether you are already stepping into solo motherhood or you're here because you're considering if this path is right for you and you're ready to come to a decision, this why becomes your root system. Okay, it's the foundation you'll return to again and again, no matter what opinions, doubts, or challenges come your way, because they will come. Okay, so why are we doing this? All right, so your thoughts are not always true. Okay, most of them are lies, actually. They're like mini movies playing in your mind, constant words and pictures on repeat. Okay, so those movies shape how you feel, what you do, and what you have in your life. And if you don't consciously choose your story, old fear-based movies will keep playing in the background, okay? And that's why in this whole course, we'll be using a simple flow: think, feel, do, have, okay? When you craft your why, you're rewriting the movie. You start to think a new story, okay? Vision it, okay? One rooted in love and clarity. That thought, that vision then creates new feelings, all right? Feelings in your body, safety, confidence, peace, and then those feelings inspired actions, aligned actions, okay? The daily choices and boundaries that move you forward, and from there, you get to have what you desire, okay? A voyage, a family, a journey created from truth, joy, and love. When we're creating our why statement, it's not something we're just going to create and tuck it away, okay? We are going to keep referring to it, okay? So the way to embed something into your nervous system is either by a significant emotional event, okay, which is, let's say, childhood trauma. Let's say whenever, as an adult, someone is late 5 minutes, you are fuming, you have all of these things coming back from your childhood and they turn up and you're like, oh my God, I can't, like, bigger than Ben-Hur, okay? But this might be because when you were 6 years old, you were lost in a shopping center and you didn't see your mum for half an hour. Okay, and in that time, you had feelings of rejection, abandonment, scarcity, like, oh my God, I'm never going to see her again. What happened? Did she die? This is an emotional event, okay? We're not going to create that one, but things like that stay with us until we're in adulthood and until we become aware and release it, okay? So we are going to use the part where we just have it repetitive in our mind. Repeat, 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 okay? That's how we're going to do it. And in part 3 of this, I'm going to show you a simple technique in 3 minutes that you can record it, listen to it. We're going to add some emotion to it. And even if you're a busy person, you can listen to it and you're embedding that as if it's already part of you. Okay, so what does your why actually do for you? Okay, it anchors you into certainty, shields you from outside opinions, and they will come, and it becomes your compass for making decisions aligned with your truth. Okay, think of it as well like a GPS. A GPS, you put in the address, it tells you where to go, okay? You've given yourself a destination. You might go on a different road or get a detour here and there, or even get a bit lost along the way, but your GPS always recalibrates and points you back to the direction of your goal. And that's what your why does. It doesn't matter if the path looks different than you first imagined, you'll always know the direction you're heading. So it's super important that we get to do this why. Not long ago, I was at a family gathering at a park, and my sister and I were both holding different babies, and a cousin came along and was laughing, said to my sister, and my sister's 2 years younger than me, she said, oh, no way, you're going to have another baby, are you? And my sister goes, no way, that would be crazy. I'm too old for this. And I smiled and went, well, I'm going to have another baby, because she laughed and we laughed, and she said, yeah, but I don't have the energy that you've got, okay? Now, because I've done this before, and this is my second one I'm going for, I felt strong and grounded. But what it reminded me of is how quickly other people's fears and stories can show up. And people will project their own doubts without realizing it, okay? And if you don't have your why anchored, it's easy to start questioning yourself and being like, oh, why am I doing this? Oh, yes, maybe I am too old, okay? You got to anchor in it. That's why this step is so important. It keeps you rooted in your truth, your energy, and your values, okay? So think of your why again as planting a seed in the foundations. As you move through, you'll declutter, you will declutter the fears and thoughts, and you'll start nourishing it with water and nourishing it with knowledge and empowering. And then you take that aligned action, okay? And you'll water it with new thoughts, new feelings, and aligned actions until it grows into a strong, unshakable vision for yourself as a solo mum by choice. Okay. Or if you're still considering, at least the clarity and confidence to decide what's right for you. Okay, so in the next module, we'll actually craft your why statement together with the support of a worksheet I've created for you. And if you're strapped for time, I'll actually even show you how to use ChatGPT to help you shape your words so it feels aligned and empowering. Okay, remember, celebrate yourself for finishing this module. Tick it on the thing. Remember, we're always going to practice to celebrate, okay? Whether it's a pat on the back or a celebration, because your brain goes, oh, that's a reward. And scientifically, neuroscience, it actually releases oxytocin, serotonin, feel-good hormones. So it's more likely to go, oh, wow, I like that sugar. I like that crack, okay? And it wants to do more. So it's easier for you to take more aligned action because you keep feeding the brain. And also, as a solo mum by choice, you're not going to have a husband or supportive people all the time to say, oh, good job, mum, or da-da-da. So you're going to have to practice doing it yourself, okay? And even if you don't, I think it's good practice for everyone, okay? Get the brain used to wanting to do more celebrating and really nourishing yourself. Okay, see you in the next module. Bye for now.